Yo, what's good, everybody? How's it going? Welcome to another one of these videos. From the update from the last video, so in the last video I was talking about a bunch of stuff, mainly going over goals for the next year, what happened for last year, things like that. And to say the least, it was pretty nice, but I don't know, it was okay. But I did talk a little bit about making a compilation video and some of the choices. Actually, it might have been the video before that one. Anyways, basically, I thought that a compilation video would be nice because it's actually very annoying to go watch all those videos from before, and there's a lot of rambling. I'm very bad at speaking at the start of making them. Basically, they're not very good and they're not very fun to watch. So I thought at the very least I should have like a shortened version of the whole year, a year recap, if you will, something like that. And I kind of was on the edge thinking like, how am I gonna fit that into my schedule? Because I was getting really busy. But it turns out there wasn't that much activity in the during the holidays, so I was able to take a few days off, and today I also decided to just get done with that compilation video. It wasn't that bad at the end of the day. I thought it was gonna take a few days of editing or 10 hours in one day, but actually I went through it because mostly I still remembered what was the most important, and I did also from the titles of the videos just get the quick info of like what's the verdict, what's the vibe, if you will. And yeah, I don't know why my hair looks like this. This is very odd, but I guess we'll have to deal with this for today. Anyways, the video's done. I edited it down, took like 5 hours about. My goal was to hit 20 minutes and it was 20 minutes, so like great job there. And that, I don't know, that's pretty much what I did today. That's my great accomplishment. Yeah, I don't know. Before I was thinking like, do I need to hire someone or something? Yeah, definitely not. That was not that bad. Like I don't know why I thought that, because I'm the person who knows the content best, so it's just gonna be quickest for me to go through. I thought I just forgotten literally everything about editing, but I just didn't. It just didn't happen like that. So it was fine. I think a few things that were interesting about going through the content were I was able to actually see how much better I got at speaking, how much more clear I speak right now compared to a year ago, which makes sense, obviously. If you do something for a year, you're probably gonna be better at it than you were the year before, the year prior, if you will, using fancy words and such. That's something. Also, I realized that I still do a bunch of M's when I don't need to. I can just pause. That's fine also. I think sometimes my cadence is a bit odd. So I think I'm gonna focus a lot more on that this year, doing a lot more focused speech, especially now that I know kind of the things that I should be focusing on. Also pronunciation, just going every single word being said out loud clearly is something that definitely should be happening. I should not be mumbling to myself. That's weird. So, not gonna do that. Anyways, going on to the next thing, I realized that some things were kind of forgotten when I was making these videos. Like, I didn't, for the last month or two, I'm pretty sure, I didn't update on the long-term clients. So basically, a few of the people who have kept up with, or pretty much it's the one person, pretty much the plugin I made earlier this year. So if you're whatever, I'm not gonna recap. I decided no recaps. At one point I do recaps in every episode, which is kind of odd in a way. It was a really quick recap, but I don't think they're worth it. Just not gonna do them anymore. Might do them if they feel reasonable, whatever. Basically, I had a new kind of offer a few months ago, which was basically to make a plugin for a WordPress website, and I was able to make that, and it went well. So a few months later, this December, boom, months, difficult to remember. Only the Finnish name came up in my head, but yeah, only the. Only during December they hit me back up, or like, yo, we have some more work. We booted out the other company doing their thing, and now it's all on you if you're interested. And I said yes. So I've been for the last 3 months, I think, doing I think an average of like 10 hours, 10 to 15 hours of work for them, and it's just been a really nice stabilizing kind of income that just means whatever happens, at least I'm gonna get like the base income, which is really nice. And I think just having the long term, I probably build them for over 3,000 or something crazy like that. And I have another project I just need to get done for another 2K locked in. So like they're really really being the MVPs of my business. But yeah, they do uproot what I'm doing sometimes because I need to like focus in on doing that every time that they call or send a message. Or I want to do that because I wanna deliver a good product every time, because that's like what they're paying me for. And they're also the first customer I had who was not really price sensitive. They didn't really care. Like, the price is the price. They're making profit. So like, as long as I'm not doing something outrageous, they're like, well, they're gonna profit more off of it, so it's fine. Which is a really different experience. It just really surprised me. I think I spoke about it in the last video, but yeah, really having customers who are not immediately price sensitive just makes life so much easier. They're just like, okay, if that's the price, then that's the price. That's what we're getting. And I'm really happy with the relationship we have there. So that was just something I think was not talked about enough in the last few years. So I think that's something to input. Also, there is the situation with the army, which is something I talked about also in the last few, or not in the last few videos, but about a half year ago, when I was making a website, a project pretty much to show to the cybersecurity core of the army, so I would maybe get in. That did not work out. I got rejected. I didn't even get an interview, so not happening. I think it was most likely because I had too much work, so I decided to not fix the website, and it was constantly generating new things to add to the database. So what I'm trying to say is probably crashed and it didn't work, and I probably forgot to put the last PR into GitHub, so it was probably not working, and they probably thought I made it with AI, because I probably could have, I most definitely could have. So yeah, that's unfortunate. But makes sense. Obviously makes sense. Annoyed, but makes sense. It's not their job to like make sure I'm actually good at what I'm doing. But yeah, it is what it is. And I thought it doesn't matter that much, because the cybersecurity core would have been 9 months. So now I get to go to the army for only 6 months, which is a shorter time, which is nice. I think it's all good. Both options were like 50-50, so I really didn't see a reason. If I really would have wanted to go to the cybersecurity core, I would have focused more on that, made sure my application was actually very, very, very good. But as we got closer to the deadline, I was just like, yeah, I don't really see the reason to do this, because it's like, either I get 9 months of cybersecurity expertise, or I get 3 months of free time, which to me is like about the same. Because like, at the end of the day, I'm not gonna be doing cybersecurity for my income. That's not something I'm actually going to be doing. learning OPSEC would have been cool, but if it doesn't happen, then it doesn't happen. I don't care that much. So yeah, that's that. I thought it was good to mention that since I didn't. Yeah, that's most of the things I had on what I wanted to say. New season for the new year. Yep. So we're doing one last course, university course, before I get my application accepted, and that's gonna be starting tomorrow. So yeah, getting to that is something. Hopefully it's not too annoying. I have to be at the place at the university every time I have a class, which is very annoying, but it's physics, so we have to do like the real tests and actual chemistry, which is annoying, but like I would have to do it anyway, like later, so it is what it is. Not much I can do about it, not much matters. I think it's fine. That's something. Then I have to do a language test in like a few months. Then I have my final exams for physics and math at the end of the year. Oh, not at the end of the year, in a few months for finishing up high school. And I'm gonna be out of high school. Then I have half a year of pretty much freedom, or actual freedom. There's genuinely nothing there. So that's gonna be something. But for the foreseeable future, we have this university course for 6 weeks about, and then I'm going to have to do a bit of language learning or learning Swedish. Relearning mostly because I already know a good bit of Swedish and I don't expect the bar to be too high. It doesn't really make sense for it to be that high, so I'm expecting something, nothing crazy. But yeah, I think I'm gonna keep this one short. I don't really need to say anything else. I think I went over everything I wanted to. See, that's clear speech. Alright, and clear speech is out. Peace.